Guys, you were great in this. And, you know, Kate, you go way back with Garry Marshall.
I do. I go way back with Garry. I do. I was 7 years old the first time I met Garry Marshall.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Overboard.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little itty-bitty thing. And my parents were doing Overboard, and it was summertime. So the whole family was there for the whole shoot, you know.
Nice.
And how Garry is with the kids and everything's like family-oriented, especially that movie. Because there was kids in the movie. But like, and it was a longer shoot. It was like 4 months or something.
So fast forward now.
Then
and
we did
your
Raising
son,
Helen.
And your son got to...
And then Ryder, that was actually a fun moment when I heard Ryder call action. It was like this moment of... It was very actually quite... I think it was quite emotional for Garry and I because Garry came out and said to me, like, I remember when you were on my lap. And I was younger than Ryder. So that's kind of, you know, full circle. And that's, I think, one of the things that makes Garry so special is that he really maintains relationships with people. He's just so lovable, and he's just a family guy, and working with him and working for him is just like a no-brainer. He's just the best.
And as if for you to work with somebody like Garry Marshall, I mean, come on, pinching yourself moment?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I grew up on Garry Marshall television, so you know, for me, he's a legend. He's somebody that it was no question. He called me up and asked me to be in this movie, and I immediately was like, "This is, you know." I mean, and he also offered me huge amounts of peanut butter on the set. It was his pitch to me was, "I hear you like peanut butter. I do too. There will be lots of peanut butter on the set."
That's so Garry.
Like, so Garry. And I was like, okay, that's the strangest way I've ever been asked to be in a movie, but that was it.
For some reason, Garry always wants to give you a note when he has a full mouth.
Yeah,
too.
that's true.
He like eats something and then he comes up to you and gives you a note, and you like have to shield yourself from him. You're sort of like shielding with your sides, going like, Garry. Don't
please.
Don't.
Okay, I get
Talk,
it.
you got a full mouth. I got it. Okay, I'll be funnier.
Okay, best piece of advice Mom gave you about mothering that you used today.
You know, I think it's pretty much, it's a tough one because there's a lot. You know, it's my mom. You know, and they've both my mom and Kurt did such an awesome job of like having a family that stays and sticks together. So I think it would just be family first. I think that's how our family always has been. It's what Oliver and I both really carry on to our life and our daily routines is just, you know, kids first. They're the number one priority no matter what, you know, and I think when you make them their priority, like people, I think sometimes very busy people or work-oriented people get nervous that if they focus too much on the kids and that becomes a priority, you know, that this sort of struggle of sacrificing and like, what do I do? But if you really do put your kids first, you notice that it's actually not that bad. You can do it. You know, you can have a career and you can put your kids first as well. You know, my parents did that really, really, really quite, you know, well, and so that's it. That's the motto, I guess.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I had more time to talk to you guys, but you're both so great in this movie.
Oh,
it's
thank
fun.
you.
And I like the contention between you two in the movie. It works well.